Hey guys, welcome back to another video. So today I want to go over which MUT hero you guys should choose from your NAT MUT Hero Fantasy Pack. You can get this from either getting 35 wins in house rules or 140 stars in the solos. So I shouldn't say either, you can get 2 NAT MUT heroes if you do both. So this is from the house rules 35 wins. At first I thought it was just a random NAT fantasy pack of just 3 for some reason, but it is all of them. You can choose 1 out of the 32 available, 1 from each team for your given options. So I'm going to go over the top 5 ones you should get in descending order, starting at number 5. So number 5 is going to be J.J. Watt of the Texans, 91 overall. You're going to notice they're all going to be 91s, I think you should get, because 2 reasons. You'll get the highest training if you want to quick sell it for training eventually, or if you want to eventually put it into an exchange set, it's better to have the 91 in case, I don't know, it's probably be 90 to 91 put in the set for a 92, 93, so it probably wouldn't matter. But I don't know, down the line if there's positional heroes or something and 91's a threshold or something, it's just better to have that. Plus, I don't think the 90s are all that great. Looking at all of them, just 91s seem to be better statted. Now, it is important. You may just think 91 overall just because it's the highest overall, but honestly, overall doesn't matter that much. It's about the stats, and it just so happens that the 91s are just much better statted than the 90s, in my opinion, at least from the ones that I think you should get based on who can give you the most contribution on the field. So number 5 is J.J. Watt. Now he's number 5 because he'd be a little higher if his speed was maybe more mid 70s, like 76, and if that block shed was maybe a point or 2 higher. I like the strength is high, power and finesse move are mid to high 80s, 91 tackle, so pretty solid all around card. I just wish the speed and block shed were a bit higher. So that's why he's only number 5 and not, maybe number 3 or 4. But number 4 is going to be, believe he's over here, David DeCastro, 91 right guard. So honestly, I think he's one of the better statted cards. The reason that he's not higher is just because he's a right guard. So offensive linemen aren't the most glamorous of positions to look at, but 90s pass block power, pass block finesse, 89. Same for run block, 90s for run block and run block power, and the 89 run block finesse to go at 90 strength, 87 awareness. So very, very solid card, just not the most glamorous of positions, which is why he's only number 4. Number 3 is going to be Brandon Cooks. Now, the reason that he's 3, he is 190. I thought they were all 91s, but Brandon Cooks is the 190 exception. I don't know why I thought he was 91, but I guess the 91 speed is what I was thinking of, why I thought he was 91 overall. But 91 speed is the main reason you're going to want this card. You see him match up here with Torrey Holt. 92 Torrey Holt Master, also at 91 speed. So both of these cards, very good. Now you see him even matched up against my Tyreek Hill, only 90 speed. Tyreek Hill was probably one of the fastest cards for a while. And I think 91 speed is probably the highest speed right now for a just without any power-ups or anything like that on your card, any chems. I think just 91 stock speed's the fastest you can get. Maybe that Melvin Gordon is faster. I don't think so, though. But I believe this would be the fastest card, tied for the fastest card in the game right now, just from base stats. So that's the main reason for Brandon Cooks. He's a burner. So he's number 3. Now, number 2 is going to be, get over here, Saquon Barkley, 91 overall halfback for the New York Giants. Just an all-around great back as you see him compared to Bo Jackson. Better in every stat or tied except for trucking. Bo is +8 in trucking with 88 compared to 80 for Saquon Barkley. But you see both 89 speed, Saquon 90 agility, 90 acceleration, 93 agility, 92 carrying, very good, 74 catching, 86 elusiveness, and 93 break tackle. Saquon, very good player, plus he's at halfback. You're going to be using him a lot on your offensive scheme, most likely. So Saquon Barkley would be number 2. And it's pretty neck and neck between the 1 and 2 spots, but I had to give the edge to Jalen Ramsey because he can basically play that Darrelle Revis, lock you down, lock one side of the field down for you, like Revis or Richard Sherman, Deion Sanders. Just lock that side of the field down. Very, very solid every stat. 88 speed, 88 excel, 85 agility. You might like to see a little higher, but I don't think it's a huge concern. 89 jumping, so you can contest those jump balls. 87 play rec, pretty good. 92 man and 90 zone, You could get it to 91 zone if you chemmed him up very easily. Plus 92 press, he can do it all for you. Plus the 6'1" height. So to me, Jalen Ramsey just slightly edges out Saquon Barkley. But those would be the 5 I would go for. If you look at guys like 91 Mitchell Schwartz, for instance, solid pass block, but then the run block, 79, 74 run block power, 81 run block finesse. So that's pretty disappointing. You look at a guy like 91 Fletcher Cox, 80 block shed, not what you want to see. Look at some other guys here that are statted 91. We know David Bakhtiari, very high pass block, high 80s, 91 pass block finesse, but 77 run block, 74 run block power, 79 run block finesse. That hurts big time. 91 Melvin Ingram. Again, 80 block shed, 80 strength. I like the finesse move, but there's just not enough there. My major concern with Bobby Wagner is going to be that 83 speed. Also, I don't love 78 zone coverage. Especially a lot of people may have Shazier or this Devin White, these speed guys. They may use him, so you may look for a second complementary middle linebacker like a Wagner. But his lack of speed and zone coverage make it difficult not to use him because he may be a bit out of position with that zone coverage. So that knocks him back. Chris Harris Jr., very solid. I just think that I want a little higher zone and press. Jalen does have that edge on him in speed. He does have +8 agility, does Chris Harris Jr. on Jalen Ramsey. So that's pretty interesting. But when you compare it head-to-head corners, I thought it was Jalen Ramsey, so I left Chris Harris out of the top 5. Jamal Adams, again, I think is a solid card, but the only problem is a lot of people are getting this Pat Tillman up to a 95 now, or at least a lot of people are working to get him there. So the only potential thing is if you want Jamal Adams in, you play a lot of man coverage. You see even 95 Pat Tillman only has 74 man. So if you want Jamal Adams in for that 86 man, you could, but again, low tackling, pretty high hit power, but Pat Tillman +4 speed. If you're still working on Pat Tillman, you think it'll be a while, and you only have a guy like Harrison Smith or someone that's not as good as Harrison Smith or around that range, maybe go for Jamal Adams. But for me, those are the 5 that I mentioned. J.J. Watt, David DeCastro, Brandon Cooks, Saquon Barkley, and Jalen Ramsey. So I'm going to go ahead and take Jalen Ramsey right now. But that is the video. Let me know who you guys pick. If you agree with my rankings, if you're picking someone else, let me know. Thank you guys for watching, and I will see you in the next video.